Hey, we back again around the ring. I'm Coach Spoon, El
I'm,
Boogie right
oh,
here, Miss Lauren Michaels. How about it? How you doing?
I was ready to interrupt already.
Go ahead,
Because I
interrupt
know what
then.
the
You
topic
can.
is.
Go ahead.
I thought you were going to ask me about Jake Paul already, so I was
You
ready
know
to start.
what? Since she brought up the topic, y'all, we will be talking about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. This fight is it's been rescheduled for November 15th. It's at the Arlington, Texas. It's in Arlington, Texas, November 15th. And I tell you what, there's some things that potentially people kind of concerned about. Obviously, Mike Tyson. The reason why they had to reschedule because Mike Tyson had a ulcer. I guess they had a flare up ulcer, and so they had to reschedule it for November 15th. But listen, a lot of people concerned for Mike Tyson. Me personally, I'm seeing all these clippings of him hitting the pads, and everybody like, oh, he looks good. But that's just for the clipping. That's just for the viewers that don't know no better. All right, they got to show you all these vicious punches and rolling and all that. But I'm just unsure about this fight. What you think? Give me your assessment. Give me some of your assessment.
Well, I guess if you were to ask my opinion on who do I think is going to win, I'm going to go with Mike Tyson.
Oh. Ooh, okay.
And I know he's had the health concerns, definitely a concern, for sure. He's an older man. He's 58 years old. I think he turns 59 before the fight. Jake Paul's only 27. He has youth on his side. But I just think that Mike is going to be too much for Jake Paul. Jake Paul's fought one real boxer in his career, and he lost. And it's not like he fought a particularly amazing boxer.
Okay.
And, of course, Mike Tyson's probably fell off a little bit as he's gotten older, but he's still Mike Tyson. He's still got that peekaboo style. He's still got that power. I don't know if Jake Paul can handle that. I haven't seen him do enough in the ring to think that he's going to handle that pressure.
Mike Tyson, man. I love him. You gotta like Mike Tyson. Man, Mike Tyson, 50-6. His career, 44 knockouts. This man was, he was vicious. He was in the trenches. And we all love that wearing them black shoes with the towel, the little cut up towel coming outside the walkthrough and up to the ring. And, those, he was the first, actually youngest heavyweight champion at the age of 20. He's very astonishing. His gifted, and I think also Mike Tyson. To me, Muhammad Ali. I think Muhammad Ali is the greatest. But I also think that Mike Tyson his mechanical. He has the best mechanical movement. Like even now, you watch his clippings when he was younger. You see how he moved. And he still can do that at this age, at 58 years old. So I think Mike Tyson, his mechanical movement and so forth is great. Now, he's 58. He's going against a young, arrogant Jake Paul. And you know what? I like Jake Paul. I do. You know what I like about him, to be honest with you? I do. You need arrogance. You do. You need a little bit of that in boxing. I know some people say, like her, he goes a little bit over the top. And you know what? He may do. And I think the whole world would like to see him lose. I truly think that. I think that because I think people root for Mike Tyson for the most part. I think the majority is. I think the old man. People want to see the old man beat the younger guy. And I think that Mike Tyson, I think that throughout his career, because you got to think Mike Tyson, through I think Forbes, he made $450 million throughout his career, and that's pretty good back in the 80s, 90s, 2000s up to this point. I mean, they say he made 400. It'd be equivalent to 700 million now, which is it's crazy. So I mean, we know Mike Tyson's story, from New York and and Custom Model. We understand that story, and he does have a story and how his trials and tribulations through through prison and then Don King. Going through those stories of him being ripped off and him going broke and whatnot. So he was going broke and whatnot, but Jake Paul, his storyline, this kid from Cleveland, Ohio, big YouTuber, great followers. His earnings, I think he earned between $20 to $50 million a year, just through his all his advertisements, his YouTubes, and actually he's actually signing boxers, right? So got a little promotion and stuff. So I think that what he's doing is good. On the fight level, he looks pretty decent. I kind of like him a little bit. Especially his last fight. He fought was his name Mike Perry. He's the bare knuckle guy that he fought, and that bare knuckle guy, he really thought he was going to beat him. He just outboxed him. Clearly outboxed him. Stopped him in the 6th round. But Mike Tyson, he's a different monster. He's
an actual boxer.
Yeah, he's a killer. He's a killer, y'all. But I think he's an old killer. And I think
still a killer though.
Yeah, but he is just right now. I think I don't think it's a good idea. But I think that so they're wearing 14-ounce gloves. It's supposed to be a sanctioned fight, correct? It's supposed to be a sanctioned fight. But the thing about that though is that it's supposed to be a sanctioned fight, but for 2-minute rounds. Mm-hmm. Like, I think this is to favor Mike Tyson's 2 minutes, and the 14-ounce gloves is to favor Jake.
Protect.
It's to protect him. What's your analysis on Jake?
I'm the hater on every episode we do with every boxer, but I am the Jake Paul hater. I just don't enjoy watching him. I think his fundamentals are good. I know he's in the gym and he's training now and he's putting in the work, and I do respect that. But I feel like he's just a pretty basic boxer. He's not very interesting to watch. He's not very fun to watch, I don't think. And he hasn't fought anybody. Like, he hasn't really he's fought old UFC fighters, bare knuckle fighters, ex-basketball players. Like, put him in the ring with a real young up-and-coming boxer with a winning record. I would like to see what he could do. If he could hold his own, I'd give him his flowers, and I would respect him a little bit more.
Well, we're not gonna go that
far. I just don't see I just don't get the hype.
Well,
and I don't like him.
He has a. Let me tell y'all, he has a nice overhand. Right. A jab overhand to the body. So I was watching him, studying him a little bit. He does. He goes to the body. He goes up and down. I do like that. He does go to his left side a lot. You watch it. He after whiles, Mike Tyson. I'll give this point. After a while, Mike Tyson, if he's in there, I think he will learn and he'll figure him out a little bit. I mean, because Mike Tyson's not in his time of now. It's about destruction. I mean, he got to go in there and do what he have to do. And if he doesn't do it, then it's going to be a long night for Mike Tyson. I mean, Mike Tyson's his last professional fight, he fought, his last name was McBride. It was in 2005. And guess what? Mike Tyson, 6th round, he sat on a stool. He was tired. He didn't get up, and he just lost. He didn't have it anymore. He talked about that, and obviously with Roy Jones when they fought back in 2020, November 2020, him and Roy Jones, they fought. That was for the fans. That was like a fantasy. That was like a fantasy match. Everybody went.
Card that Jake Paul debuted on. I think he debuted on that undercard.
I might gotta look. I look back in my I
feel like I saw that somewhere.
You might be right. and it's good. But one thing I'm gonna say is, I'm not gonna lie. These exhibitions. I'm gonna get off the subject. These exhibitions, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Is it messing up boxing? I mean, like, I love Floyd. Floyd, I love you. I do. We the same age. You're Pisces. We the same age. You're my guy. But this exhibition stuff I think is almost ruining boxing almost. I mean, he fought John Gotti. Was John Gotti the third, and he Mayweather. He made 20 million? Don't get me wrong. I know your money, Mayweather. You got to do it, but who is John Gotti besides the mob boss grandson? we don't know. So I mean, Pacquiao, he just fought in Japan. Japan. I mean, don't get me wrong. The old guys. Don't get me wrong. I like it, but it's like, man, he fought in Japan, and I didn't really watch the fight, but my understanding, I heard he got beat up, but he still made $5 million. Then you had the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. Mm-hmm. They both made $10 million, I think.
That was one of the ones that kicked all this off, all this exhibition, these influencers, celebrity boxing.
We
didn't have anything better to do during the lockdown. I guess.
I'll tell you. I mean, Muhammad Ali, he did it before, but I think really when it came to about when, even though it was an actual sanctioned fight, when Floyd fought McGregor. Now, that was little.
That was like the original modern era one.
That was kind of like sanctioned exhibition. I mean, as fighters, we know what Mayweather was going to do. I mean, a lot of people that was rooting for McGregor, they was like, you're gonna. No, he wasn't going to beat Mayweather. No way. No. But get back to Mike Tyson. I think Mike Tyson has a chance. I really do. It's just that what if he hit him, right? If he hit him, everybody if he hit him one good time, we all know that Jake Paul is not gonna last. And then two, Mike Tyson, I was going back to his mechanics. His mechanics is more fierce. It's more to get at you. So I don't know how Jake can handle that pressure.
That will be level of
that
pressure
will be a whole
never seen before.
Thing if he can handle that. Can he handle that? I don't think he can. It's just that how long Mike got. Right. That's the true question. How long does Mike Tyson tank last?
Right.
So because his mechanics, his head movement, his bobbing, that is a conditioning in itself. Mm-hmm. So, he's not going to he's always going to do that because Customano always gave him that to do. And that's why if you look back at his old clippings of Mike Tyson, when he does it, and he does it all the way now. Watch his clippings now. He do it. It's just his mechanics. But those mechanics take a lot of energy. And I know Mike Tyson, he be smoking on a doobie. he on the doobie. So his lungs, you need your lungs, all right? You need your lungs, athletes. And I think this fight, is to make 20 million. I think Paul is to make 40 million. Good for them. I would like to see that. That's a good thing. But yeah, it's gonna be a real interesting fight.
Well, let me ask you this to sort of bring it back to what you were saying about exhibition fights kind of ruining boxing. I've seen online, I have seen more people than I've ever seen for any boxing event ever talk about this Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight. I'm seeing people talk about it that have never paid attention to boxing before. Right. I see people having opinions about it that never gave a shit about boxing before. Now people are interested in and looking at it. And I see, and I do agree with your point of view that sometimes the exhibition fights, it's kind of just like, why? What is the point in this? It's not very exciting, which I think a lot of people within the sport, like we are, probably see it that way. But what do you think about it in terms of getting new people into the sport? Because for a long time, people were talking about boxing's on its way out. Nobody cares. There's no big names. There's no big fights. Like, it's a dying sport. I don't think it feels that way anymore.
Well, I think that's why I think, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think having somebody like Jake Paul, right?
Yeah.
Jake Paul, it's a good face, right? Mike Tyson, he's 58 years old and still got a name, you know? And you know what? As fans, as fighters and coaches, we still feel like Mike Tyson got a shot. No, we all that's how much we love because we love boxing. We love to see the old the vicious Mike Tyson.
I don't think anyone that watched Mike Tyson growing up wants to see him lose to this clown.
I know. But
like people's childhoods are at stake.
and going back to your exhibition, right? The exhibition, like Floyd and John Gotti, that's not good exhibition.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody talking about that.
Well, that's my point. That's
but this fight.
But that's different because, and we was going to be talking about Manny Pacquiao. I didn't even know he had an exhibition.
Right? Yeah,
in
people
Japan.
were saying about that. I had no idea.
I just think if you was to do an exhibition, it has to be somebody like a Jake Paul,
right? And
you have to have a big name like a Mike Tyson.
You almost have to have a villain.
Well, yeah.
And Jake Paul, to me, is the villain.
Well,
but that's good marketing.
Yeah, and that's why even the Mayweather and McGregor was a great fight because even though they were from two different sports, and McGregor did have a background with boxing, so. But
a lot of people either loved and hated McGregor, and people loved or hated Mayweather.
Yeah.
So you want to tune in to watch him lose or to watch him win? And
fighters that was champions, they looking at the situation like Mayweather, like, man, you got that 50-0 against a guy that just, because you got to think McGregor, that was McGregor's first exhibition boxing match. That was his first.
What did we all think was going to happen?
Right. So yeah, he was good in this sport. That don't mean you're gonna be good in this sport. It's just like saying you got a mechanic that's good mechanic. He don't know nothing about electricity. You know, like what I mean. It's just
right.
It's almost like apples and oranges at that point. You know what I'm saying? So
highlighted the difference between
the two.
Amanda Nunes would whoop my ass if it was an MMA fight.
She tough too.
Yeah, she's something else.
But I just think that this Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is going to be good. I think I like the camaraderie. I love people coming together. I like want people wanting to see it. But it was just a little bit of concern to Mike Tyson. That's all. My assessment, who I think is going to win the fight, I don't know, y'all. If I had to pick somebody, I gotta go with Jake. I know I gotta go with Jake, y'all. I love Mike Tyson, but I gotta go with Jake.
I feel like I'm just here to be the.
No, you got to give me
like the one that butts up against everyone else's opinion. Mike, please don't lose this fight, Mike. Please.
She go with Mike, y'all.
Please don't lose Mike.
Hey, cameraman, who you got back there?
Eddie, who you got?
See, it's a tough decision.
You have to answer now. Turn the camera. Give me that.
Turn it to him. That's our cameraman, y'all. That's our amateur fighter, Evan.
I'm going with Tyson.
All right.
Oh,
yeah,
Tyson.
That's right.
Okay, Tyson, Mike Tyson. See, you got it. So it's 2-1, y'all. 2-1.
Guess we'll see.
Yeah.
You're buying that fight, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm getting it.
We'll throw in some cash for it if you buy it.
Oh, no, I'm getting it. No, I'm getting that. No, I'm getting it.
Because now we have to watch it.
Yeah, we're going to get it. We're definitely going to watch it. But another round? Round the ring? We good?
Yes. We're so good.
One love. Coach Spoon. L Boogie. Michael Lawrence. She got the giggles, y'all.
I never know if you're going to say my name or not.
I know, right? Hey, peace, y'all.
SCORCHIL. Box. Score to boxing.